Down the years it's been a ride, and now I'm sorry I want more, let's not end tonight. And on as we go we seem to fight, but baby that's just the way we love. And only in the dark do we see our sunlight. Home is where we were, home is where we want to be. And yes, we don't have time to say goodbye, and this ain't the last time.
Okay, so this was not planned at all. Here I am flexing and desensitizing him, getting him used to the rope, smacking the saddle, and being on both sides at once. I cut a lot out because this was like a 20-minute video and my camera fell halfway through it, which we didn't know. So, yeah. So here I'm just putting my foot in the stirrup and putting some weight from the ground because I've never done it from the ground. I've always done it from a step stool. So I was just getting them used to that. I did only do this on one side today because my left side is not that strong. So I will have to use a step stool with that. But I just wanted to focus on my good side. I didn't even plan to do this at all today. So here I'm getting them flexed, and I'm using a method that my grandpa told me about that I didn't even think of, which is to dolly the rein 2 or 3 times around the saddle horn, so if he does get his head, I still have a minute or two that I can get that rein back. Here I'm just leaning on the other side. I know you guys can't see the other side, but I'm flapping the stirrup like crazy over there. And these boots are snow boots, so they do get stuck a couple times in the stirrups, so that's why I take my foot out of the stirrup and then jump down. Here you can see I'm like, I don't know, gasping for air because I was so nervous. I took out a lot of this video because it was just me shaking and taking deep breaths because I was scared and I wanted to calm my heart rate down. Again, I'm doing the same thing here, leaning over and flapping the stirrup. I did lunge him, I did warm him up, I did a bunch of stuff before this. I didn't just go throw the saddle on and decide that I was getting on him today. Here I'm kind of loving on him like, oh my god, I'm alive. I think the scariest thing about being bucked off is not knowing how bad you're going to get hurt, if the horse is going to get hurt, if they're going to step on you, if you're going to get dragged by the stirrup, if you're going to break anything. I think that's like the scary part of being bucked off. It's not hitting the ground, it's what's going to happen when you hit the ground. Is your foot going to get caught up? I think that's why it psychs me out, because he's the first horse I've ever been bucked off of. And it's making me nervous watching it. So here I got on. I froze right there because my stirrup got caught on my boot. And I'm just rubbing him. Last time I didn't move, and I think that's what spooked him, is all of a sudden I moved his head and he could see me out of both eyes. So I'm definitely moving a lot this time. And I actually get him to move, but I don't switch reins like last time. So I want to do this for a couple days on one side and get him more comfortable with this before I try to move his head, because last time when I moved his head to the other side is when I got bucked off. It spooked him and he jumped forward, as you guys will see in the intro. The first clip is that, and then he bucked me out. So I'm kind of nervous to really move that head to the other side. So I want to try and do this for a couple days so that I can build myself up and he can build confidence up knowing that it's not going to hurt. Now, I normally would have asked him to move out more, than you guys will see him moving a little bit, but the mud is ice. It's covered in ice, but the snow and where I'm standing on him right now, it's actually really soft and slushy. So I'm trying to keep him out of the mud because I don't want him slipping, and then he needs to catch his balance, and then he can't because his head's in, and then it's this whole big mess. So here I'm just rubbing, making sure to be loud with my body. There I kind of touched him with my foot. And I'm having to, I think this is where I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm really kind of bouncing and trying to get him to move. I found with the girls, when you tap them with the foot the first ride, they didn't move. I had to kind of bounce in my saddle and then they moved. So that's what I was trying right there. We stood here for quite a long time. I was nervous. I was just rocking the saddle, shaking my foot, trying to get him to go. And I left this in so people can see that horses don't always just step off the first time. I want him to see how much work it actually does take to get a lot of horses to move off. So I'm probably going to cut some of this out because the rest of this part right here is me trying to get him to move. So I cut about 3 minutes off that took for me to keep doing that to get him to move. So here I'm just letting him move, but I'm trying to keep that rein, I'm trying to keep his head down, not out like it was. So as soon as he gives me his head back, I get off. So actually this next clip that's coming up, we were going to go do the pellets. And so after this next clip, when you see me in the video, he actually stood there tied up with the saddle for about a half hour, and then I went back out there, did not work him, tightened up the cinch, and just got on another time or two, which I did not get on film. But here is after the camera fell and my dad's trying to film. I cut a lot of that out because, again, it was so shaky you couldn't see anything but the ground. But I was trying to calm myself down, and I just figured, while I'm out here, most people would do it once and then get down. I'm the kind of person, if I don't push myself, I'm not going to do it. See, right here's the shakiness. It was way worse than that I cut out. But here's my dad filming. Oh my god. I kind of forced myself to do more than I would have, just because I knew if I didn't get past that initial fear of him stepping off and bucking, that I wouldn't do it again tomorrow. Ooh, sorry for the filming, guys. So here I'm just making both my legs move and asking him to move, and as soon as he moves, I stop. Oh, I thought I stopped. Maybe I didn't. When you're up there and that adrenaline is going, you think you're doing something, but you're not actually doing it. Like I said, I'm going to wait a couple days. Of course, it wouldn't be a video without Ryland. I'm going to wait a couple days, or at least I plan on waiting a couple days to switch his head to the other side. I want him to get more comfortable, move around more, and relax more, and know that I'm up there before I just switch sides like I did last time, because I don't want to get backed off again. Sorry for the shakiness. Now here's where I didn't want him to go, because that's kind of icy. So here I'm just keeping my leg on and tapping. If he doesn't go off the hold of the leg, I will tap until he moves. And after he moves around a little bit, I get off. I want him to move a little bit more each time. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. It was definitely nerve-wracking.